right, babies, it's that time again. Oh, yeah. We are in Psalms 2. And I got all excited that I was finally starting to go through Psalms because, at least for the most part, it's a prayerful call to God. From someone who's personally been touched to the core by the heart of God. But yet, it still has language of violence in it. I guess we're just not going to be able to get away from that. And I suppose metaphorically it's useful in the sense that, it says things like, that God will dash to pieces our enemies, like a broken ceramic jar of, some kind of thing. And yeah, metaphorically, I guess you could be encouraged by that, that we have the power in God over our enemies in the sense of them being those things that hold us back from true self-actualization, like anxiety, fear. All right, you're going to smash those things and make them powerless so that we can be victorious in our lives. Okay. I don't know. I guess there's just so much violent language in the Bible that at this point, I'm just getting weary of it. I am weary of it. But aside from that, there's a passage in Psalms 2 where God says, "You are my son. Today I have begotten you." And I know in the Gospels that phrase is used as an audible voice from the sky when Jesus is baptized by John. But again, I'm skeptical of this because it just seems like too convenient to, have this image of God saying, "Oh, okay, Jesus is being baptized by John. Okay, I'll let everybody know by my voice coming out of the clouds that because of this baptism, I am now calling Jesus my son." I just don't buy it. I mean, he's always been his son. And it just sounds like, too easy borrowing from Psalms 2 to try and make it sound like it's a fulfilled prophecy. So what am I going to do with all this skepticism? I'm just going to rely on what it is I know. Because what I'm talking about are things I don't know. But what I do know is that yesterday when I was praying and I was just kind of meditating and putting myself in a quiet place to be inspired, renewed, instructed by God, I just got just a tremendous feeling of overwhelming peace came over me, and like just feeling like really enlightened. So I just stayed in that space for about 20 minutes, I think, and just didn't want to change what I was doing because I didn't want to miss whatever. If God wanted to reveal himself to me in a special way, I wanted to be available to it. I didn't want to be distracted by other things. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like those experiences that we have, we know those are good. We know we don't manufacture those, because quite often I'll have those experiences when I'm at my lowest point, where I really don't have any reserves of energy or inspiration. I'm just like empty. And then God will reassure me, give me comfort, and fill me with his presence and his love. And it's just an amazing experience. And I experience it pretty much all day long, as long as I'm staying, keeping my mind fixed in his direction. Like, I'm here to serve you. Here I am in a challenging situation. What's the best way to do this so that other people benefit? How can I help other people get their needs met? Kind of just always being in that servant mindset. And for the most part, I can go through most of the day that way and just feel buoyant the entire day. And for me, those are things I know. Those are things I know that God is doing in me, that is, a sign of his encouragement for me to keep going in the direction I'm going, giving me that confirmation that he's with me, he's illuminating me, he's giving me the ability to see beyond just what is obvious, and to look deeper and more fully at everything I observe, so that I'm not missing any teachings. I'm not missing any moment of sharing the experience with God. So in this sense, I get that sort of a reassurance and confirmation that our relationship is similar to that as one of a married couple, where the unity is so intimate and so tender, so gentle, so powerful, so purposeful, that nothing else matters. So, the circumstances in my life that are less than ideal become non-consequential, because I'm experiencing the very presence and purpose of God. And so those are the things I know. So when I come across things in the Bible that just get me, being skeptical, I could just forget it and just get right back to the things that I know. Oh, yeah.